This week you're going to have your very first assignment due. Now remember, this is an intensive course. The good news is it is an intensive course. You finish fast. The bad news is it is an intensive course. You have to hit the ground running. So if you now go into course assignments and scroll down on the page until you find Innovative Pedagogies Digital Job Aid, you will get all the information that you need to complete this assignment. So what it is a job aid, and if you're familiar with the concept of a job aid, this is not a paper. This is a document that is a little bit more visual and more step-by-step than a paper. And also remember, it's only 10 points, so you don't want to be caught up in writing too much information here because this is only your first assignment. Now, what it is it's going to be in the form of 10 things you should know about a particular partnering pedagogy. And these are the 10 things I want you to include in that job aid. Grading here is going to be very easy because I'm going to be looking at whether you've included information for each one of these and whether your information obviously is correct according to your sources. So you want to make sure that you include that reading list, that list of references you use to create your job list. Because it is the 21st century, I'm also suggesting that you do it in the shape of an infographic. And I'm giving you a link to a Google search so you can find infographic tools. Just make sure that the one that you decide to use, if you're so inclined, will allow you to enter all the required information, will allow you to download the image or embed it in the wiki, and will keep the infographic public if it's hosted by the provider so the rest of us can see it. Now, this is not a requirement, this is an option. You can just directly enter text in images and whatever is necessary in the wiki, that's fine. This is just an option if you feel a little creative and have the time to actually play with infographic software. So how are you going to know what partnering pedagogy you will be talking about? That's very easy because on this table I have included a list of partnering pedagogies and your names. Now if you're not on this list, let me know right away because that means that when I created this list you were not in the roster. And I want to make sure you have enough time to complete the task. If you know of any other partnering pedagogy which is student-centered, where we don't want anything lecture-based, traditional instructor-based, that you will want to explore and it's not listed here, let me know and we can take a look at it and see if you can actually discuss that partnering pedagogy. That's no problem. So how are you going to submit? You're going to click on the title of the assignment. This will bring you to the wiki page, and there you're going to click on the name of the partnering pedagogy that has been assigned to you. Once you click there, you'll be able to click on Edit Wiki Content, and that will bring you to this page where you'll find the instructions once again at the top and the text box for you to enter your content at the bottom. Once you are done entering your content, you're going to click Submit. Now you can return to this once you've started. Say you have a few drafts to work on. You can return on it and edit the content and then submit again. That's no problem. Now, one last piece of advice regarding this assignment, when you copy content from, say, your word processing software into a web form, like the ones that we find in Blackboard, there can be formatting issues. And so there are some instructions here on how to avoid those issues, but there's also a video that I've just included which also addresses the issue and helps you get rid of those strange formatting features that will be inherited in your web page once you bring content from another source. And this actually happens in Blackboard even if you're copying from one screen to the next. So you want to make sure you do this every time that you paste content into Blackboard so that your content has the right formatting and not some weird formatting. Remember that as an educator, you are committed to helping people learn, and one of the things that can throw away people is weird formatting. So you want to make sure that you watch this video and get rid of that strange formatting and just format your text purposefully. For the deadlines, the first part of your content needs to be in by Wednesday, March the 11th. So that means that start working on your draft and put something in so that I know that you are right on track for completing this assignment. The completed submission is going to be due by Sunday, March the 15th, and the reason for this is that this series of wikis are going to be instrumental in our discussion for week 2, because we are all going to adopt one partnering pedagogy, whichever one you like, to create your lesson plan. So we're going to use this as a resource for the rest of us to decide which partnering pedagogy we want to work with.